Hello everyone, welcome to Gradeup. Welcome to your exclusive CAT or MBA preparation class, your final lap of preparation for CAT 2020. We are in part 8 of your VARC revision. We've done 7 parts so far and we are now in the 8th part. If you've been following all 7, then you know the pattern of the class. I hope you have been seeing improvements in your performance. I hope you have been using the tips that we have been going through and the tricks that we have been looking at. All right. Uh, all right. Before we start, how many of you in? Give me a good heads up. Hello, Nikhil. All right. Before we start, a quick one or two notifications on what Gradeup is doing for you. We have, of course, the subscription offer, which is Gradeup Super, which allows you access to all the courses under the MBA category. So you have validity for 3, 6, and 18 months. So you can look at that. If you're preparing for CAT 2021, it would be a fantastic thing to do. Even for 2020, if you're taking the other exams, it's a good option. Hello, Riti. All right, do look at it. Um, I will be talking about what we plan to do on the day of CAT 2020. We will be having live analysis. We all will be taking the test, by the way. All your mentors, all of us will actually be taking CAT, and we will see how and what ways we can help you. Unless you take a test, that's what Gradeup believes. All your mentors, all the people who've been teaching you English, DI, Quant, whatever, we have taken CAT many times. Saral has taken it some 80 or 18 or 20 times. Saral Nashir has taken it 18 or 20 times. He takes it every year. Vijay Jha has taken it many times. All right, I resisted it the last couple of years because the center was too far away from where I stay. But this year I will take it. Last year I did not. The year before last I did not. The centers that they gave were very, very far away. But this year I said, no matter where it is, I'm going to take it. All right. Okay. So let's start. I will give you 45 seconds to a minute. Last class we extended it a little too much. We'll try to wind up soon this time. Today I will show it to you for 45 seconds to a minute. Please read it properly. After that, I'll show you each slide for 30 seconds and then we'll go to the questions. Once we see the questions, I will summarize the passage and explain it to you at the end. All right. Okay. Shall we start? Ready? Good to go? All right. Very good. Start. Next slide. Next slide. All right. Do you want me to show you the passage one more time for 30 seconds, each of the slides? Or shall we go to the questions? Quickly type in your answers. Which one would you prefer? What do you do to get your answers in more accurately? Both methods are fine. Show it again. Okay. 30 seconds for each slide. Time starts now. All right. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So the key is to read the passage once, quickly but thoroughly. The advantage in the exam is you have the passage to read all the time. So when you see the question, you can always refer to the part of the passage which is relevant, not read the entire passage again. And for a primary purpose question, you don't have to do that. If you read it properly first, you can get your primary purpose right. What's the primary purpose of the author? To suggest what? The price of crude oil and other biofuels have fallen. Is that the purpose of the author? Diversion of food crops to fuel happened because of the low price crude oil commands. This plague may spread to other grains and oil seeds and eventually the farmer will suffer. Or, despite the expected plunge in the price of other crops generated in tandem with the low oil prices, it is bound to revive. The answer I know is slightly vague. The phrasing could have been better, but we can get the idea, right? So I've seen answers coming in with a D on both the app and YouTube. What are the other answers? Three answers in so far, and all answers seem to be pointing to D. Quickly, guys. Okay, lots more answers for D. All right, mark your answers. We'll move to the next question. We'll discuss all the questions together in one shot. Okay, next. What does the word potable in the context of the passage mean? In the passage, he says potable alcohol also is not so much in demand. So, what does the word potable mean? Vocabulary wise, contextual vocabulary wise, there is only one meaning. Certain words have different meanings in different contexts, but potable has only one meaning. And do not confuse it with portable, right? Portable is one which can be moved, but potable means exact meaning answer, not the rough meaning. Water, for water, they don't use the word potable for mushrooms. right? They only use the word potable for water or liquids, therefore whatever it is. All right, quick, don't look at the answers please, I'll move it. All right, question 3. Okay, answers, I know the confusion in answers is between A and B for 2. We'll go to that. This is where vocabulary comes in. All the gurus, all the students who say why should we learn vocabulary, this is where it comes in. All right, okay, next one. What can you infer from the passage above? Based on what has been said, quickly go through the answers. Ideally, I should be showing you the passage, but let me know if you want me to show you the passage. Try not to see the answers if by mistake the answer comes. I forgot to remove the answer key. All right, quick. What can you infer? Biodiesel is an inexpensive substitute for crude oil. 66% of compressed Brazilian cane is used to manufacture ethanol. Carbohydrates are a medium for the production of ethanol. Eventually, the farmers will also bear the brunt of the crash in the oil prices. All right, let's go back to the passage. First part, he told you what are the problems, right? Price of oil has come down, price of palm oil has come down. Okay. Second part, he talks of this. Last part, he talks of the farmer. So, which part should I show you? First part, he talks of how all kinds of oil prices fell. Second part, he tied it up with the grain, right? When something has been stated, can we call it, sorry. All right. Mark 3 quickly, whatever you think is the answer. The most common answer seems to be D. Mark the question number. Also, all right. Balsing, Ansa and Riti, all of you need to mark the number of the question so that I'm not confused. All right. Done with 3. Okay, let's look at 4. Which one is not untrue? What does not untrue mean? True, right? What is not untrue is what is true. Which one is true according to the passage? Biofuels in most countries have replaced conventional combustible matter. India has decreed a 9:1 ethanol blending in petrol. Oh God, the answer is showing. Sorry. Biofuels are the future of renewable sources of energy, or shutting off the ethanol processing plants will allocate more cane for sugar the world over. Which one is a fact stated in the passage and is correct according to the passage? Biofuels have replaced conventional combustible matter. Has the author said that? India has decreed 9:1 ethanol blending in petrol. He has talked of India's ethanol blending. Biofuels are the future of renewable sources of energy. Has he said that? Are biofuels renewable sources of energy or shutting off ethanol processor plant? Which one is correct? Do you want me to show you the passage? Here. The last part of this, he talked about biofuel, right? He says sugarcane and corn are sources of food, as well as they can be blended. 34% of grain is used to make ethanol, palm oil used to make biodiesel. Then next. So the earlier paragraph also has relevant matter. This paragraph also has relevant matter. I'm going to show you the earlier paragraph. Read that 15 seconds. Then read the next paragraph. Decreed means made it almost like made it a rule. A decree is a rule. All right. Mandated. That would be the best. Read this. This is the first paragraph. where he talks about biodiesel and biofuel. Next paragraph, he talks of Indonesia and India, 30% and 10%. Then he talks about diversion of food crops to fuel, right? Now we'll look at the answer. Which of the following is not untrue, or which of the following is true? Has he said biofuels in most countries have replaced conventional combustible matter? India has decreed 9:1 ethanol blending in petroleum. Biofuels are the future of renewable sources of energy. Shutting of ethanol plants will allocate more cane for sugar the world over. Roughly think of what is roughly true according to the passage, mark it, and then we will move on. Question 4. I've seen some answers B, B, D. Yeah, the others. Let me see the answers quickly. Okay, can we move to the next question? 10%. Can we say 10% roughly 9:1 or not? 10%, 10 out of 100 is 1:10. Roughly 9:1 can be agreed, right? So that could be true according to the passage, right? All right. My maths is very poor. All right. Question 5. There is no question 5, is there? Oh, there are only 4 answers. All right. Let's look at your answers. Primary purpose. What was your answer? Pride of, yes, he has mentioned this, but is that the point made in the passage? No. A fact which is true according to the passage need not be the primary purpose. Diversion of food crop normally happens when the price that they get for the food crop is high, not when it is low. Cannot be this. Second, farmers will eventually suffer. Did he say this? He said it may go, farmers will have already paying, but he says that eventually they're going to make up, because one can't live without food. So they may suffer, but they may feel the consequences. Therefore, D is the answer. All right. Okay. Next. Potable means fit for drinking. Edible means fit for eating. Remember that. Alright. So the exact meaning is what you need to mention. Alright. Consumable can be anything that can be consumed. Right. So exact meaning of potable water, potable alcohol. Alcohol can be used as a disinfectant. Its percentage is very high. You take it, you'll actually die. Therefore, in that spirit and antiseptic and first aid, the alcohol that is used, the percentage is very high. Alright, what can you infer? Biodiesel is an inexpensive substitute for crude oil? No. I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me. All right. B, 66%. There is a mention of some 66%. Is it C or is it D? When something is already mentioned, guys, that cannot be, there is no inference there. Therefore, the answer is when you are using sugar and corn, that means that can be used for the production of ethanol. So, the answer for 3 is C. Because D has already been mentioned in the passage, there is no question of inferring it. When something is stated in the passage, it's a statement. So, where is the question of you and I deriving something from it? Therefore, it cannot be an inference. Understood? This I could not have said so confidently in a banking English class. Because in banking entrance exams, generally they'll ask infer and conclude, and the option would have a restatement. And I'll be left red-faced saying, nahi, wo sahi nahi hai, but in CAT, we very, very clear. CAT and GMAT, we know what the rules are. Question setters also seem to know the rules pretty well. Alright, which one is not untrue? Many of you got it right. Alright, it is B. And the next passage is, don't get intimidated by the passage, you can do it. It just has these big terms. Even if you don't understand the meaning of some of them, don't let it interfere, because the explanation is there in the passage and you don't need to know all the terms that they are using. Good to know, but you did not know. All right. So I'll give you the same time. This is more reading, so I'll give you a minute to read it. Start. Next slide. Okay, next slide. Okay, done. Okay, now we'll go back. I'll show you each of the slides for 30 seconds again. I'll take your questions after we do the passage, okay, if there is time. Anything related, not related to the passage. Yeah, 30 seconds, read it again, sum it up as you read. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, for those of you who joined late, we have already read the passage once. I've let the students read each of the slides for a minute, and now I gave them 30 seconds to read it again. All right. Now we're going to move on to the questions. Yes, guys, Rishi wants to know, is it okay if I take a break for Diwali? Yes, Rishi, you need to rest and relax too, and that is for all of you. If you want to take a break of 2, 3, or even 4 days, not go anywhere near your cat preparation. It's good because you come back recharged and you feel like preparing better. You can prepare better. So it's absolutely fine. All right. Muthurajan, just try to go with the flow and see, because you joined late. So I cannot really show the passage again. We'll be wasting a lot of time in that, right? Which of the following is the best title for the passage? So the title has to tell you as much as it can about the passage. It should not be about one part of the passage. It should not be so general that you had no clue what it is about. It should not be so specific that it only talks about one point of the passage. It should be balanced and should tell you the story of the entire passage. It should not be like the name of a Hindi movie, jahan kuch bhi samajh mein nahi aata. It shouldn't be like that. So let's see. What do you think is a good title for the passage? Hormones, the real culprits, the chemistry behind financial decisions, decoding the relationship between hormones and financial systems, or the real culprits behind irrational financial decisions. Okay, got your answers? There are lots of B's and C's. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next question. Sorry, huh? Which of the following can be inferred from the passage? Women are averse to taking risks owing to lower levels of testosterone in their bodies. The trends of the markets are governed by traders' buying and selling tendencies, which are controlled by their bodies and not mind alone. High levels of cortisol inhibits traders to take risks, which leads to creation of large number of issues credit securities. Only pecuniary decisions are influenced by physiological factors like hormones. Mark the question number. Mark the question number. Question 6. What is the answer? Can you infer that, according to what the author said, it has to be 100% correct? Did the author say that because women have lower levels of testosterone, they are averse to taking risks? Can you infer from what the author said? So quickly, or the trends in the markets are governed by traders selling and buying, which we know, which is more because controlled by their bodies and not mind alone. It's both, which body and mind both play a role. Or high levels of cortisol inhibits traders to risk their money, which leads to the creation of a large number of issued credit securities. Did he say that? Or only pecuniary decisions, financial decisions, decisions related to money are influenced by physiological form factors like hormones. All right, I've got A, B, C, D, all answers. Okay, question 7. What could the price bubble best mean? You keep hearing of price bubble, asset bubble. In the passage, he has not explained it exactly, but he has mentioned it. Can you infer from there if you do not already know it? Let's go back to where he has mentioned it in the passage. Hmm. Here, the last part. Read the second paragraph and see if whatever you can infer from it. All of this could lead to price bubbles or erratic behavior in financial markets, which was due to such as the 2008 financial crisis. In the 2008 financial crisis, this happened. A large number of credit securities were issued, and one participant defaulted, which had a ripple effect. That's what he said. All right. So, what is the answer for C? We finished C, right? We're going to. What is the meaning of price bubble? Quick. A situation where asset prices continue to remain stagnant. A situation where escalation in stock prices driven by exuberant market price is followed by a contraction of prices. Is that what is a price bubble? A situation where an asset trades at a price generally exceeding its intrinsic. Oh, sorry, I should never do this. I always erase the answer. Sorry. Sorry, but what was your answer anyway? What was your answer anyway? Thank God you're not the LST kids. I know. Silly. I normally erase the answer. See, price bubble where the price is way higher than its actual price. Alright, that's a price bubble. Alright. Okay, close your eyes, all of you, if I made a mistake. Alright. Nahi, ye khatam ho gaya. Question, this passage is over. So now let's go back and see. First paragraph, you must read this book, Thinking Fast and Slow by Nobel Prize winning Daniel Kahneman. My son gave it to me as a gift. Bahut slow tha. I couldn't understand it, but then you guys, it is taught as part of behavioral finance. All right. Okay. So basically he says that our decisions are influenced not just by our mind, but also our body. Then he talks about the effect of testosterone and cortisol. And then he talks about the recent pandemic and the problems that happened. All right, yes, I will do it next time, Purushottam. I normally do because the PowerPoint is given to me prepared by Gradeup. I remove the answers. I check, I go through, but today I did not do it. Okay, the best title. Now, is it hormones the real culprits? Real culprits in what? कहीं भी हो सकता है. Real culprits in the murder of a person, real culprits for crime, real culprits. The passage is about financial decision making, trading. Therefore, this is not correct. The chemistry behind financial decisions, does it really tell you the role of hormones here? It sounds very nice. B sounds very filmy. But it's not the correct answer. Because it's still not telling you what chemistry, what is happening, whether it's good or bad. You understand? Decoding the relationship between hormones and financial systems. Is it really financial systems or financial decision making? It's not the system that we are talking about. Do you understand why C, which looked equally tempting, is wrong? That one word made it wrong. So the answer is the real culprits behind irrational decision making. So the real answer is D, the perfect answer. Irrational, he says no, he uses it a lot of times, Prasanna. You normally are very careful, you buy low, sell high, but when your cortisol, testosterone levels are very high, you tend to buy high and sell higher and you start taking higher risks. That is irrational behavior. It isn't too strong. The others are too vague. I mean, they could talk about anything. C talks about system. He's not talking of financial systems. He's talking about individual decision making, traders, trading. How do you take their decisions? On the emotions rather than. So what's happening in your body is what is dictating the decisions. Understood? All right, next one. Question 6. He did not say women are averse. Women have lower levels of testosterone does not mean they are averse to taking risks. Right? So this is the obverse of the statement. So this won't be right. Next, the trends in the markets are governed by traders' buying and selling tendencies, which are controlled by their bodies and not their mind alone. So basically, he's saying it is controlled by both body and mind. Therefore, you say, yeah, good. Let's look at the next one. High levels of cortisol inhibits traders from taking risks. But it doesn't always lead to this. This is only what happened in 2008, not always. So he's made it look like whenever traders are not ready to take risks, this is what happens. That's not what he said. Only financial decisions are influenced by physiological factors, definitely not. Therefore, it is B. Correct. At the end, he says that because your decision making is affected by hormones, if there's a way of measuring and you can realize, okay, when my testosterone or cortisol levels were high or low, I took a decision, it was not a wrong decision, then maybe we can map it. That's what he says at the end. Price bubble, I gave away the answer by mistake. All right. Okay, now question 8 is a summary question. Bus 5 more minutes, we'll be done. Question 8. It's not an inference question. The question that he is asking in question 6, he's which one can be inferred? The trends in the market is not a restatement. He is saying the passage states this. Thinking fast and slow, Kahneman says that you tend to think with not just your mind but your body. Then he gives the examples of traders. So you can infer that traders also use that. Got it? It's not a restatement that way. Restatement is just cut and paste what has been given in the passage. Alright. Okay, quick summary question. Read it. 1 minute and I'm going to show you the options. The correct summary again is one which takes all the main points of the passage without misrepresenting any point in the passage. I will answer your questions. I will just answer your questions. Let me finish this. Okay, Sachin? I'll answer your question. Sai Harish, you won't make that mistake again. I will talk to you about that. Alright. Okay, can I show you the summaries now? Have you read the paragraph, all of you? I forgot to time you. I was, but I got distracted. Okay, which do you think is the best summary of the passage? Something that tells you the whole story. Money, read quick, read first, read all 4, Gaurav Gupta, please read all the options and then mark your options. The analogy between the bank and the DNA helixes, the number of copies you have is there, true. But which of the options mentions that perfectly is what you should look at. Alright? So read all 4 and then decide which one. Evolution of a species is dependent on the copies of DNA helixes produced, not on emotions. Did he say that? This is quite homologous to a way a bank functions. In what way? Analogous in what way? More cash, more DNA. He didn't say that. And that is the crux of the agricultural revolution. Again, no. No. Okay, something is wrong with this statement. How is it similar to the agricultural revolution? This evolution is not measured by hunger or pain, but by the number of copies of DNA helixes. Just like economic success depends on how much money you have in your bank. How many DNA helix copies? How much money in your bank? This is also the basis of agricultural revolution. So they want to keep more people alive under worse conditions. The numbers are what matters. So 3. All right. Option 3. All right. Next one is a para jumble. Okay. You have to find the right order of the sentences. How would you work it? Read everything. As you read, try to decide which one do you think could start, or which two sentences definitely have to go together, and then mark. Okay. Now coming to your question, Sachin, I would say equal number of time you should read the passage thoroughly. You cannot answer questions without reading the passage thoroughly. When I say thoroughly, I don't mean slowly. So your, the cat passages, the length that we have seen in the last 4 years, you will not take more than 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, even if you take 5 minutes to read the passage, spend at least a minute per question in eliminating options, then you are done with the passage in 8 to 10 minutes. That should be the key. All right, but the moment you start worrying about, am I spending too much time, your accuracy goes for a toss. So reading the passage thoroughly is very important. And as you read, you have to understand the main point. So increase your reading habits. Start reading newspapers every day. 1324 Prasanna says. All right, let's see. Anyone, any other answer? The fourth industrial revolution. Couldn't this start, Prasanna? The fourth industrial revolution can be described as the advent of cyber physical systems involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. While these capabilities are reliant on technologies and infrastructure of the third industrial revolution, the fourth industrial revolution represents entirely new ways in which technology becomes embedded within societies and even our human bodies. And then he describes that as Gibson said, the future is already here, and then move on to in the same way as he describes the fourth. So the answer would be 2, 4, 1, 3. 1324 is the most common wrong answer. Okay. Okay. Odd one out. Odd one out. This is question 10. All are relating to the same topic. So it will help if you try to find an order, and one sentence which is at the end or somewhere else cannot know where to fit it would go. Yes, we are overshooting the time, which is why I had to rush through it. Anyway, my main thing was to give you the passages. I wanted to complete the passages properly. All right? It's okay. Common terms, you can say, yes, Sai Harish, good. Alright, just look at the common terms and then you can immediately come to this, where it says, okay, unlike traditional rockets, the Galactic is air-launched. How is it air-launched? It is tethered to the belly of a twin fuselage. There it releases, and at this point, but this one doesn't go. Alright, so that is that. Okay, so the main thing is we finished 8 sets of VARC, guys. The last class was actually pretty long and a lot of complaints I heard. All right. Your accuracy will be fine, Sachin, but you would be taking 15 minutes. You don't go down too fast. Go at a level which is comfortable to you, but that should not be too slow as well. You can't take 20 minutes per passage. That's what I said. But reading the passage thoroughly and summarizing it mentally is a very good idea. Very good idea. Only don't take too long for it. All right. don't rush at the expense of accuracy. Speed at the expense of accuracy, would your thing will be like the monkey. You'd be going one step and going behind two steps. So I've always told students that you need to read with a sense of urgency, but don't worry. No, 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 no. Sashi, don't say do RC is enough. Don't say that, okay? Try to maximize your scores, maximize your attempts with accuracy. Yes, Sai Harish, tell me your question quickly. Don't say I have a question. Send me the question. Guys, immediately after CAT, we're going to be having doing an analysis. All right. So shift 1, the analysis will be at 10:45 on 29th November. Basically, we're going to be there on YouTube and on the app from 10:45. So be there and get our inputs on the difficulty level and on what are the cutoffs, expected cutoffs. All right. Thank you, Riti. That is one. Anyone who's interested in CAT 2021, if any of you in this group is, we have a batch starting. Enrollments have started. The trial classes will be locked in very soon. So those of you who want to know how we teach, what we teach, what are our courses like, can join the free trials now. We have an exclusive course for the non-CAT MBA exams like TISNET, CMAT, MAT and all. Enrollment starting on 2nd and the exact course starting on 9th. All right. 90 plus is at least 80% of the questions, because Ashu, right now the numbers are again funny. We don't know how many questions they're going to be giving you. If it is 34 questions, then I would say if you answer at least 20 accurately, 20, 22, you're definitely in the 99 plus. But we do not know how many questions they're going to be giving you. All right. It doesn't matter if it fluctuates in the mock. Mocks are like T20 matches, but make sure questions like purpose and main point mein to galti nahi hona chahiye, because that basically shows that you're not reading it right. That is the main point. Just try to improve on those. Okay, when you start taking mocks, initially your speed may be, your accuracy may be low, but with each mock, find out where did I go wrong and try to see that you don't make those same mistakes. See, I keep telling students mistakes in basics like what is the main point means you're reading it wrong. Main point to, by the time you finish reading the passage, you should know the main point. All right, it doesn't matter. Don't worry too much about it, Sachin. Okay, just start taking. There's also a level of anxiety that is associated with mocks and CATs that you people do not. In the classroom, your accuracy will be higher because you're relaxed and you know I'm there to prod you and spoon feed you. So get into the habit of not panicking no matter what and see what works for you, right? So we have 2 more sets remaining on VA. One is on Sunday, November 15th, and one is on Wednesday, November 18th. By that, I hope at least you should, I would say maximize. I don't come down with a number, Sai Harish. I normally say maximize your attempts. 80 to 85% accuracy is fantastic. Para jumbles, there's no negative marking, so it's okay. If you haven't wasted too much time in answering para jumbles, it wouldn't have cut down your percentage. But if you get para jumbles right, then you'll get a very high mark. All right, that is the key to anything. Sai Harish, every year the passage, the pattern, the difficulty level changes, so it's very hard. As I said, 80% to 85% accuracy is what you should be aiming at. So if it's a 34 question passage, then if you get 22, 23 correct, you get 22 to 23 accurate, then you're in with a 99 plus chance. That is the main thing. I always tell students accuracy, maximize your attempts in CAT. All right. So, did you like the class? I hope you did. I enjoyed taking it for you. I enjoyed answering your questions, which means that you are taking cat seriously. All right, then do subscribe to our channel. Excuse me. Do press the like button and make sure you download our app, see all our courses. All right, have a wonderful, wonderful festival ahead. All right, my problem, I'm enjoying reading, so I had 10-12 minutes. Sachin, get it out of your head that you are not able to understand. Get it out of your head. If you enjoy just reading, then you will enjoy reading the passages. Just get that out of your mind. Rishi, what was your question? Please, can you ask again? I could not see the question. Thank you, Ashu. Wish you the same. No, it will not affect at all. In fact, take 2 days off. Okay? Totally forget about chuhas and billies and cat and everything. Okay? Just forget. Come back, recharged, and you'll prepare better and you'll do better. All right? So don't worry, 2 days won't affect at all. Take the break. I'm also going to take a 2 day break. So it's fine. All right? Okay, guys. See you. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. Okay. Have a safe festival, all of you. And when you find time, read. Thank you, Riti. A passage, parajumbles. Ashu, we will do parajumble questions. So you will do them right. Don't worry about it. Okay. Basically, you need to read and try to find a logic connecting sentences. I rushed through them now because this is mostly about RC. So we will do some parajumbles revision also. All right. So your doubts will be clarified. Okay. Okay. Good session. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it too. All right. Sachin, don't worry when you are reading. Don't worry when you are reading mocks also. And next time I want you to tell me that your mock score is better. Same with Sai Harish and all of you, in fact. All right. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye, guys. Bye.